This is Daniel Smith's Mineral Watercolor Mixing Set. It looks like it's basically the introductory PrimaTek set, except it's bundled with a bottle of watercolor ground, a handy little brochure, and a neat plastic storage case. PrimaTek is a line of specialty watercolors that includes minerals in their formula. At least that's what Daniel Smith claims. Look, I'm mystified by how the paints even get into those tubes, so don't let my skepticism worry you. Watercolor ground is beyond my scope, so I'll set it aside and explore it at a later date. The brochure is a nice inclusion and provides some useful, albeit basic, information. I like the storage case. Kudos to Daniel Smith for that addition. Of course, the 5 ml tubes from their PrimaTek line is the main attraction. But this packaging was an interesting idea. The case has Daniel Smith's logo on it. You know, the cactus image. And if anyone knows why an art supply company in Seattle is represented by a cactus, please explain it to me, because I am scratching my head over that one. The joys of paint pouring. Those visceral squirting sounds, the gloopy consistency, the sticky pigment-stained fingers, and I kid you not, I swear I just saw a face in that full pan of rhodonite genuine. Thankfully, the paints I've been dealing with are, for the most part, odorless. Can you imagine if all of those sensory elements came with a grievous smell? It would be either the worst or the best thing ever. You've gotta love a good multi-purpose tool. Take this cuticle pusher from one of those compact nail kits. Not only does it keep encroaching cuticles at bay, but if used in succession, it adds an extra organic element to my paints. But if you want to be less special, you can use a paper clip or a toothpick. I was going to say use a straight pin, but having fewer sharp and pointy things around is probably better. In the order they came in, they are rhodonite genuine, jadeite genuine, amethyst genuine, Mayan blue genuine, hematite genuine, and piemontite genuine. I recall nothing from high school science class and have no idea if we even touched on geology, so I imagine pie a la mode on a stick hanging from the ceiling. You? Oddly enough, I used to dream about being an archaeologist, excavating all sorts of ancient artifacts, bones, and rubble. Difficult to reconcile that with recent dreams of being chased by velociraptors into a public restroom. What's that about? This was a day or two later. I'd placed the PrimaTeks on the bottom row of this metal palette, along with Mummy Bauxite, another PrimaTek color. Now, just a reminder that these colors are in their own category. I only mention this because for anyone just starting with this medium, you'd probably want to choose from the standard color selection. There are plenty. In fact, if you want to see more than 200 swatches of Daniel Smith colors, check out Becky Tregear's recent video where she dominates their 4-page dot card sampler. It's everything I look for in a swatching video. I'll include a link in the description. The transparency with these particular colors is something else. you can see that it takes a while to get a rich color from these paints. So for intensity, I suggest layering rather than relying on a single application. I must admit, I'd gotten used to higher pigment loads with a number of paints lately, so this kinda threw me. That said, they are lovely colors. I'd been looking at some pinks recently, specifically opera, but this rhodonite seems less garish and more natural, which I believe is the point of the PrimaTeks. To help things along, I use a hairdryer. You might be wondering why I'm showing this part. Well, I like to think that there are artists of all levels watching, including beginners. So yeah, if you're pressed for time, use a hairdryer to speed up the drying process. I understand some people use a crafter's heat gun, the kind used for embossing powders, but I'd be wary of something that gets that hot. Then again, I haven't heard of anyone's glittery greeting cards going up in flames, so... I'm a purple fan, so no surprise that I'm digging this amethyst. I can see myself making extensive use of jadeite. And what's not to like about that Mayan blue? Hematite and piemontite both have interesting color separation going on. I was initially concerned with an apparent lack of saturation, but with just a little patience, you can get beautiful, intense shades. It will be interesting to see how they mix, but that's for another session. I'm happy to share this taste of PrimaTek. It's no pie on a stalactite, but then what is these days? Until next time, happy dinosaur dreams and stay artsy, my friends.